What? I told you you're not getting in the closet, Missy. Hi, Fuzz. Me and the supermodel are playing Queen of the Mountain right now. She didn't take her uncle coming over for a couple of days. So she made a drama queen of it, hid in my walk-in and Papa Cat's closet, and didn't eat dinner yesterday, and finally came down because, hi, Cricket. How are you, darling? I'm glad you're here. When Papa Cat called, excuse me, uh, and I had him on speaker, she finally came down and started like claiming everything. And it's like, maybe we won't be getting any kittens until I can get this one a little bit more socialized because Uncle Cat will be coming over more often. He's got the, oh crap, our family's getting small disease going on. And I'm like, work it. Yeah, work it. Come on over. You have to come over now. So, so yes, Cricket, it is amazing to see you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh God, top chat. See, Papa Cat's at the airport. So he's going to be weekend himself here anyway, just not here. So, hello, Clark. Hi, good vibes. Um, the supermodel learned how to get into my closet, so that's why we're playing Queen of the Mountain because she learned how to get into Papa Cat's closet. Good, but long time ago. But she's learned how to get into mine, and I'm not amused. So I guess she wants my funk instead of his funk. That's what I think cats like. It's funk. Um, Very many years ago, when I was as old as some of you are now, I went mountain climbing in Scotland with a friend of mine, and there was this mountain you see, and we decided to climb it. And then you got mauled by a dog, and you became a werewolf, right? Ooh, she's losing her marbles. Maybe we should like watch. Now you're gonna stop? Really? All of that effort for nothing? Not when the camera's on you, right? See, now you really get to see my mess. But Queen of the Hill is trying to figure out how to get inside. Yes, Papa Cat, you finally get to see your girl. What are you doing, bird? See, she's trying to figure out how to get into the closet the hard way, I guess. I don't know. She doesn't take losing very well. It has a computer on it. I don't want it to fall. But yes. So this hour would be devoted to the supermodel. No, where is she? Yeah, that's the closet with the crate and barrel bag in front of it because I was blocking the way. And I figured out how she does it now. So I tried to put a giraffe daughter there, but see, this is what I have to do. I don't know why it's supposed to be a stream. Oh my God. Okay, I give up. Yes, if you hit the cat with water, you're not supposed to say anything. So they think it comes from, the gods. So I don't know why it's a stream though. That was funny. Oh, now I've locked it. Maybe it only does a spray. Does it only do a spray? Yep. I think it only does a spray. Yes, that's the way she is. She is very determined all the time. And now that she's not fearing the Reaper, She is now wandering around driving me and her sister nuts. So that's her thing. And I sprayed the sprayer on all my paper over here. Uh, oh well. So how's everybody today? Top Chad doesn't like cat food. Okay. Yes. Thanks, Fuzz. Let's see. Hello, hello, hello. Scotland. Dave Fuzzy. Everybody saying hi, 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 hi. Papa Cat saying he hasn't been there 35 years. And until the aeronautics, no, that's NASA. Until the FAA gets better, I ain't getting on any plane. How about that? There's something in my face. I think I got a hair in my face. Um, so yeah, he's wanted to go for at least the last three. Well, we were going to go COVID year, but 20, and COVID hit, and that took care of that. So that, and we were helping a friend die, so that took care of that. And then it's like, oh, go next year. Well, that turned out, and then bought the house, and so maybe if we're 70, we'll make it. Hey, I think his mom went until she was like 80, 78, 80. So he's got it in him. Let's see. Yeah, Birdie. So watch your step when you get home. No, she's not into killing him. She did miss him. Having his voice made her come downstairs because she was hiding in my walk-in on the ledge she used to hide on. I took purses down to let her do that. But and of course the orange one was all over him. It's just like he got to pet her like crazy. Abby, she's a gangster. So ah, let's see. Water don't stop me. Okay, that's good. Hi, little brother. How are you? I didn't see you guys last night. I was too busy contemplating the change of the world. No, I was lunch was rough. Let me just say that. I went to Ulta to try to cheer myself up. That didn't work. That was expensive. And then because I was going to do it an hour late, and then I didn't wind up doing it all, sat very quietly all night long, and then chatted with the Broham right before uh, bed, and he pretty much gave me the like I guess centrist version. He's totally as he said, I'm a Democrat. I'll always be a Democrat. And it's like I know Nixon broke your heart back then, um, but he also passes. So I was like, I can ask him about old white men, and then I was like, wait a minute, no, his friend base is very rainbow, and he's like, oh yeah, I don't truck with those people. But he said because I had, my heart was broken, was like brainwashing for real. And it's like, and you figure I would know brainwashing because of Scientology. So I'm a little bit better about it and I'll be able to handle it for the next, hopefully 2 years. Um, but it was just a smack because it was like, I didn't expect anybody to know to really talk like that. So orange cat energy. Yes. Yeah. Ever since Birdie came out, Abby's been invisible. So it's like I guess they did the hi Joe, hi Bob in the middle of the stairwell, and Abby's gone to sleep somewhere. Because Abby was around a lot yesterday. I even brushed her, and I like did both sides of her and got the whole big thing. And the brother was asleep on the couch. He has to wear a thingy, and he started to snore, and I'd wake him up. And the orange one's just like on the ground, going, just brush me, brush me. So weird. So the heck is that? Lipstick? Something, something. At least she didn't go to the Mercedes dealer. Yeah. Yes, the house is part under my name. Yeah. I definitely could have charismatically gutted Mercedes. I didn't even think about that one, Fuzz. Whoa, that is awesome. Let's see though. It's sparkly. You know, hemps, if you want me for an advertisement, it's called Stardust. It's sparkly lotion. And I have a trial size for my hands because this is what my manicurist uses, and it's great. And it's like, you're kidding. So I put that little one on my hands, and I kept doing this, like looking at them outside the whole time. So that is good. And it's really good hand stuff. And since I can't use any of them with what is it? Someone I used to really love and it worked, and then one day it didn't work anymore and made me itch. Anyway, I have to get rid of all of hers and all the hand lotions because the best hand lotions I've ever seen. And I have to go with the Stardust. So let's see. No, we're not going through the whole thing. I just wanted to show you really funny ones. It's the Ulta unboxing if I can get it out because I needed one anyway. Um, because you go through these. Actually, don't even go through it. I think my old brush is like 3 or 4 years old and used all the time. It does have the Wicked thing on it, but look at it. It's so gothy, it's pathetic. I figured it's about time to start going, gothy girly again. Since I've been wallowing in orange balloon despair. He can kiss my butt now. And if you saw the West Point thing, the people cheering were canned. It was like watching a 70s sitcom because they pulled away at one time when he was like talking about Obama and Biden, and you hear these blah blah blah, and they pound away from the stage to the recruits, and none of them were moving, and it made it sound like there was like 10,000 people, and I'm like, oh my god, that's canned. Vampires sparkle in the sun according to Twilight. Wow. The 80s would have been really fun then, considering, and the 90s, considering I even have like powder that sparkles. You love the lotions and potions. Yes, I do too. You had cops last night. Am I gonna have to watch this while I get dressed? Because I got to work tonight, so I have to uh go goth girl. That's why I'm wearing my Andy Warhol shirt right now. So yeah, I'm not that faded. It is dark gray. Why'd you guys have cops last night? I didn't hear that this morning. I was watching A-Rod and Natalie this morning. I was showing him to my brother because I'm going to start using him as Joe Blow on the street because he will lurk occasionally because he knows I do it. And he remembers all the Scientology commercials from when we were kids. I'm a fan of the Butch Woody Cedar stuff. Yes. Um, yeah, he if anybody knows or can lend me a copy of Dianetics, he wants to read it, not because, and this is where you have another big giant head, not because he wants to see what it's like, because he's never been into God or religion or any of that ever. Um, it's not science. So he just wants to read it. And I'm like, I don't have a copy. It's the one thing I don't. Because it's like, oops, I forgot. I said, I'm sure you can find it online. I can like get it for you on Nook or something. And he's like, no, I'll find it somewhere. It's in the first 10 minutes of your stream. Okay, that's cool. Obviously, nothing happened. Otherwise, we would have heard about it today. So, and then I got, oh, I thought the back was going to be all sparkly, but it's not. It's for here. So when I like throw myself into the chair, I can like, and get it. What? What, baby? Come here. Yes. Come on. Come invade my space, little furry one. See what I'm unpacking. Come here. Hello. And I'm sure this didn't help yesterday was the fact that she was hiding big time. And it scares me when the loud, obnoxious one becomes quiet and hides. So I'm never going to complain about her howling anymore because having her howl, at least I know she's still here. She had me searching around the house because Papa Cat does this. He had me searching around the house like 3 times last night trying to find her. And she was not in the usual spot in his closet. She was in another spot. So I was like, ah. Let me see. First 10 minutes. Let's see. The first 10 minutes is it's as unreadable as you can get. What is? The cops told us to have a good night and enjoy the pizza. Oh, good. Oh, I think I might have heard something about that. But yeah, I made the brother watch um the OG Giant Head. I made him watch Natalie and Aaron, and like I said, he mansplained me a lot. It was really cute, and I'm like, yes, I know, yes, I know. Um, he's so used to being smarter than me and knowing more about every subject on the planet because he is a big giant head and he is my brother, and we like communicate badly. Like I think it's something he thinks is the same thing. Um, he was like, "Do they still have their 503c?" And I'm like, "Yes." And I went, and this was when they went and allegedly picked on the IRS, and they did a whole bunch of stuff and blah blah blah. And I can see when he sort of fades out, and then I'll stop. So because since he's going through his older guy, and all of our relations are disappearing, but then again, it's because we got 2 relations back into the fold. He's like, we need to spend more time together. So you can see him trying to give it the all because he wants to understand what I'm doing. He's always been a sweetheart about that. He wants to understand what I'm doing until he gets it, and then it's like whatever. So it was like Thursday night we had Round and Round, and then last night we were watching pop videos all night. And then right before I went to bed, I talked to him about lunch, and he said brainwashing, so I believe it. So Dianetics, it's nonsense, but I understood the curiosity. Yeah, no, that's why. Yeah, Big Giant Head has read. Yeah, Adam, you're the second Big Giant Head. You're my Big Giant Head. The other one is the in real life Big Giant Head. Um, so I married an axe murderer. He hated that movie. Because boy, did we have fun with it. Oh, hello, Adam. You're not going to get in that way. How are you going to get in that way? Hmm? Come on, show us how you're going to get in. Get off of the cape, Missy. Don't you love this? It's like, what is she going to do? Well, now you're finally interested in cats? This comes from the 8 cat family. I think it's the leather, not the cats. She didn't care less about the cats. She didn't bother it until I put it up there. I had it draped over like some files for 3 days. So I realized I might have to wear it today. What are you doing? Yeah, I know. Doesn't that suck? You are not allowed to put fur all over my clothes, especially considering that's like club clothes in there. Missy. She doesn't care. And yes, if anybody is noticing, I am wearing Hello Kitty furry pants, fleece pants. I gotta get one with a jet stream. This break is ridiculous. I'm gonna ruin some wonderful paper. So, yeah, where's KA? I was gonna tease her and say her pile is getting bigger and bigger. Um, Nothing worse than a chat captain. See, everybody misses you, Cricket. Not more than me, honestly, but I, I, and this is, I'll explain this one to you. All of my friends think I lose interest in them. And why do my friends think I lose interest in them? Because I don't bother them. And why don't I bother them? Because I don't want to be annoying and make people have to say they don't have time for me. I've been told, I've been told a lot through my life that I always thought it was me. My friend would say this. And it's like, no, I just didn't want to be obtrusive. So if anybody thinks, and I mean anybody on here especially, thinks that I'm not paying attention, no, I just don't want to be obtrusive. And no matter how many times you tell me, I still will act that way. So it's like one of my big little brothers sent me, just sent me a text that said, love you. And that's it. First time I heard, we had like texted each other in a year and I wrote back, love you too. He's, I think, the only one who gets it. So cats like to put their fur on everything. Yes, I know. And you know how much it sucks for her to put fur on the bottom of my club clothes? Because it's all netting and lace and stuff. So it's like I have to try to figure out a way to do it to decat it without the girls noticing because then they'll come in and want to see. And the house has an open door policy. So I either get them pounding on the door the whole time, or if I have to go lay it down in the bedroom, then it's like, no, 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 no. So that's why she's not allowed in that closet. So I'm a bossy owner. No, I'm not. No, she's a bossy girl and she's feeling better because she's been quiet for 2 days. So Miss Thing is living on the edge. That's why I said drama. I live drama. I'm a goth girl with a bossy cat. That's why we call her the supermodel because she looks like, uh, I guess for a little while there was a Norwegian on the homepage. It looked exactly like her. It's like Eddie was, or Papa Cat was going to ask me if I had made up the website. And it's like, no. So maybe that's an Aquarian thing. You do that too. Oh, you do, Fuzz? Maybe it is. Yeah, and I would have it in spades because of being house, moon, and sun. House, moon, and sun. Yeah, I triple all the way up. It's like once the people who know the astrology sign find out what I am, it's bizarre. It's like, okay, I'm in a different world. And people like that actually do become friends with me because they know better. And even though I don't believe in astrology. So I feel the carrying loud and clear, sweetie. Thank you, dear. I just wanted to make sure because I feel bad. Carrie Ann will talk about you. And I'm like, but I miss you too. Bob the cat is the owner of us. Yes. She even owns her sister. That's why I wanted to get two more. That's why we'll see how she comes out of this. And maybe I'll make my brother come and visit next weekend. So um, I think I've gotten him interested in the antique fair. Um, so there's a chance of that. Cat is the owner, humans are the subjects. Yeah, but we don't talk about that. Well, no, it's just that how long are we going to be dead and how much are they going to be eating of us when we die? Knowing my cats, and I mean all of them, they probably are going, I ain't touching that. And like figure out a way to open the refrigerator. I got a new light. And if you noticed, it's a little bit even. Now I have to learn how to do lights for real. And weirdly enough, with Natalie talking this morning to Aaron about how she's learning how to like do her YouTube video and it's not a sin to be making money off of it as long as you're not clout chasing. And I'm like, that sounds legit to me. So, but she said she was finding videos. So I need to go look up videos about lighting because whew, I've made myself very, very, this is my natural color, guys. There's no makeup on here. So I have faded out from, there might be a picture here. Mm. This is the goddaughter at age 6, I think. She is now 30. And yes, that was Papa Cat. You can see me a little bit in there when I was still brown. I'm not the blonde. So yeah, I went from that to this. I don't know how. You could say the power of positive thinking. I don't know. And yes, this is a picture. These are pictures of all of us. I finally separated them. How's this? Day after Halloween in New Orleans. Guess what the thing on my cheek is? I'd be on the internet. I tripped in my shoes and fell flat in, was it Jefferson Square? Yeah. So, see, I really was a goth girl once. I hope Natalie makes a big pile of money. A girl's got to eat, honey. Yes. I also made a just a teary total like video. Went to the over here near to the pier that's near here, and just made a completely teary video the day he died, or the day she announced it, and said, "You'll find another um what did I say? Love of your life." Because my first love of my life, and I was bawling the whole time. I don't even think you can understand it. Love of my life died when I was 22. So, and it took 18 years, 19 years to find the next one. But I found one. I was pretty much just resigned that, okay, the love of my life is dead. Okay, next. Actually, no, he didn't die until I was 26, 27. It's a real convoluted relationship. One of these days I'll explain it. It fits my world. Let's just put it that way. But Papa Cat's the next one. And I found another one. And I wanted to tell Natalie that day, you know what? You'll probably find another one and you'll probably be able to blame the first one for the second one. So that's why it's like I know how much it sucks. Try being in mourning when you're married. See, your Papa Cat always makes that. Um, And I know the day he fell in love with me is when we were at a baseball game and somebody caught a pop fly very easily. And I said, yes, to the opposite, the guy who caught it because he was on the opposite team. And he just looked at me like, oh my God, big old hearts in his eyes. He was history. I was a huge baseball fan. So, but yeah, so Papa Cat is my forever love part two. I did mention a couple of months ago, I'm like, what if there is an afterlife? Do I have both of you beating up on each other for the rest of my, is that going to be my hell? Is you two making fun of each other trying to get my attention? So in a weird way, I hope there's no afterlife. It'll get complicated. Oh, so yeah. So let's see. Girls who go out. This works great. It's the Urban Decay All-Nighter face setter. It's awesome. It is amazing how well it works. I've used it for, God, easily 15 years. My parents eloped after knowing each other for 6 weeks. The first husband and I eloped after dating for 6 weeks. We had known each other at that point for 7 years. And we wonder why it didn't work out. The love of my life is Palm. It's my soul. I do dishes. Oh, you are funny. Well, no, the way I got Papa Cat too was chasing him. He's the only guy I've ever chased in my life. And the only one just immediately switched when he turned around and walked away from me. Ben, don't ignore me. So it's like, it's possible. He's also the one who helped me grieve over him and be able to finally I guess, bury the idea. So it was on a street after a club. I just sat there and cried in his shoulder for like three, maybe probably 2 hours, just talking about the old one. And he just sat there and was like, okay, okay, yeah, it's okay, it's okay. And then it was like after that, he was screwed. I it hadn't it was me in the process, but it was like eventually after a couple of weeks, eventually I'm like, oh, he's screwed. He's gonna be mine. Have a nice day. Uh oh, Madge is your love of your life. I understand that. Swedenborg believed in heavenly marriage, so you can believe you'll see your first girlfriend in the afterlife. I'm not making this up. Hmm. My first boyfriend would well, it was the classic beat each other up for third or fourth grade. Hmm. He still sort of floats in on my life occasionally. I'll see him or see the Facebook somewhere because he's related to somewhere else. Because weirdly enough, Oakland can be a small town. So it's like I'll see him drive by. I'm like, whoa, okay, no thanks. Um, Adam, I thought you meant the drummer from this. Ah, you're soaking in it. Yes. Okay, let's see what else. I literally walked around a altar for 2 hours. Of course, at this rate, I have bought everything I need to replace my makeup with, and probably have bought any of the stupid shit I never want, or I've only gotten because uh, my country has taught me that I want things over and over again. That's gonna freak out Papa Cat. But did I say? I don't know. No, because I wasn't on yesterday. The Black Panther poster I want that costs a fortune. The brother's going to finance it. He's totally in for it, and he said that I can give it to the museum. So, see this? It's a Brussels brush. And you know what it's for? It's to pop out my extensions. For some reason, these brushes pop out my extensions while these hide them. So, found this out by accident one day. So now I've got a really easy one. The other two I have are really big, and I just used it, so it just showed. Hi, Scooter Mom. We're doing what I did yesterday at Ulta because I was very, very, very upset, but I'm over it now. Something wonderful about the way you say, dearest. Hi, CVF moms in chat. Canadian entering the chat with elbows down. Can you just get your people to come and invade our country and take us in Oregon and Washington and run, please? I don't know how more of a disconnected weirdo he could be. And like I said, if I was at West Point this year, I'd be pissed. Mormons remarry after a spouse passes, which means they still believe in plural marriage, spiritually at least. Yeah, I know, but I wasn't married to the first one. I could just picture him running around going, no, no, I'm first. I'm first. And this is a super group travel set. I'm really weird. This is probably why I'm so white. I'm so weird about getting a tan during the summertime because I don't like farmer tans. And that's what I have with just my arms. See, this is why I also want to get the lighting better because then you could see that I have a tan line right here, arm from wearing sleeves. And now that I'm thin enough that I don't have to hide behind a sweater, I'm going to get a farmer tan. So let's see. That's avant garde enough to love. What is? Let's see. CBF Ultra. Thank you, Scooter Mom. Please, please put in a good word for us. This becomes a hairbrush channel. Oh, you don't even know how many hairbrushes I have. These are for when my hair is dry, and it's supposed to be anti-static too. So it sort of blew that, didn't it? Smooth frizz for sleek styles. Maybe it's a real boar brush. Bummer. Um, yeah, because I was definitely a brush hoe when my hair was that long. My hair hit my waistband. So, and it was heavy. It's one of the reasons I have shorter hair because it's like I don't want to have a facelift or I don't want to have to because I like ponytails. Um, I don't want to have to wear ponytails for the rest of my life. Like Jean Kasem, Casey Kasem's second wife. She always wore a ponytail probably because when you take them down, your face falls. So it's probably why she always had a ponytail on. Um, Catholics don't have a concept of eternal marriage like the Mormons do. No. Catholicism is bizarre. Okay. Hmm. You'll never understand the concept of being blessed right before you die so you go to heaven. Then why do you do all of those confession things? Why do you do all those atonements? It's like, why do you have to sit there for 20 minutes when you like and sit there and do your rosary if all you have to do is have somebody there right before you die? You have to be coherent, though. So that's the thing. Even though they lie and say that everybody was coherent when they were giving the last rites. So, but there are people, like my grandmother, had the last rites given to her 4 times. She got close enough. She wanted it. She did it. And of course, I was 16 at the time, so I didn't say it, but I wanted to go, doesn't that mean, though, that you're done? Given the last rites, doesn't that mean that you can go on? And why do you keep coming back? So that's when I started thinking about the body more than the mind. So it's so much fun out sunning the dudes on the beach in the Mediterranean who don't fully understand the concept of rash clothing. Well, I want to go in a pool again, but chlorine bothers me. My hair is dyed. I have a swimming cap. I did get a swimming cap. But I also am too old and 35, 36, lost 1 more pound, 36 pounds lighter than I have been for the past 15 years. So unless I want major surgery done, I don't want that out there. But now you can get all this clothing that'll keep you from getting a sunburn. It's cheating. Yes, I know it's cheating. Let's see. I had to. That's why. And me and my brother both agreed we weren't going to see the live action movie. Uh, ColourPop, actually not an expensive um brand because people aren't into expensive brands anymore. So like expensive purses. So, and I did buy it just because it was him because I have a thing for Stitch. But these are the colors and they're actually pretty decent. So I can use them, which is good because Papa Cat gets tired of me buying, these are called palettes. He gets tired of me buying palettes and not using them. I love doing that. Ah, they call the last rites the rite of supreme unction? Oh God, that makes less sense to a kid. What does unction mean? Because all I have going through my head now is conjunction junction. See, not knowing a word is not um it's not IQ. It's not used in your regular day thing existence. And so if it isn't, you think you sound stupid. It's like, no, you don't sound stupid. Oh, so that is just like common. I mean, no, not suburban. Pedestrian now. The action of anointing someone with an oil or ointment as a religious rite or as a symbol of investiture as a monarch. Ooh, I'm glad the orange balloon isn't Catholic. Anyway, so because there's no limbo anymore, is where babies used to go to if they died before they were baptized. So there's no limbo anymore. They're trying to make it so, the younger people want to join. So I have a rash vest. It protects me. SPF UVAB 50 without the grease trouble is on the photograph. There's a halo around your Oh, I can live in sunscreen, and that's the problem. But you wash your hands a lot. It actually can tell you how well you wash your hands on where your summer tan is. Because I always try to remember to put back my SPF, but for some reason, I'm always washing my hands before go out the door, or I have to do something where I have to sanitize my hands. And last year, the the line was hilarious. Which, if I went to club, fine, I can wear lace things if I had lace gloves if I had my arms sticking out. But it's just like I'm sitting here going, that looks so stupid. And my legs are, if anybody remembers the cadaver makeup I wore when Carrie Ann and I did an Ultifa one night, that's the color of my legs. So changing the name seems like a shell and pea game for the soul. Yeah, exactly. It's like getting rid of limbo. I got corrected when I was talking about limbo at someone's funeral, and they were just like, "Oh, we don't have that anymore." And I'm like, "What? Did you just take it back or something?" And then, but the girls like the pale boys, so let's see what else. I can't reach that low. I'm not sure if this was a gift, but I don't remember grabbing it. That doesn't mean anything. So this is a the hemp people, they did one that's pink too. So it's a pink. This is the size of my other one. So, and of course, there are only like one left, so they probably just put them out that day. Um, but who can, like I said, I put on the one on my hand and just kept there and staring at it, and it was just way too much fun. Let's see, and poor. They used to sell certificates that permitted entry to the heavenly realms. Looks like Tutankhamun didn't spend enough. He's still see it. One of these, I have to go down to the Rosicrucian Museum in San Jose. Got to do it, and I'll turn on the sparkle to see if they'll let me video in it. You never know. Seals himself to Adam Karma. Celestially high, Bill. Like I said, one of these days, you, Nebulous, Adam, Papa Cat, Bob, I'm just going to have you all talk to each other for an hour, and I'm just going to sit there and just make comments about your chat. So let's see what else. And these aren't the things that were expensive. This is the problem. It may look like, and this is the weird part about cosmetic stores, is it may not look like you bought a lot of things, but it depends on what you bought. Ah, this is called a color corrector because see this. You can really see a little bit here. I had rosacea growing up, and now I have discoloration. And what these things do, they're not easy to learn. I learned it all when I was 16. But these are all colors to fix the discoloration on your body. This one is the green one. So these have been bothering me because, believe it or not, I never had any kind of a facial. I've had one facial my whole life. So this would take like deplaning or something. And so what are you guys doing? I just seal myself to Adam Carano emotionally. That is fair, fuzzy. I'm not emotionally secure enough for the emotional king to witness. God, you guys. Ah, sounds good. Let them chat. Yeah, see, it would. It would be funny just to hear an hour of the guys doing, dad jokes and esoteric jokes and I'm more out in the atmosphere than you are jokes. To the end of his life, Joseph Smith was handing out promises of salvation if a family agreed to let a daughter get sealed him. Yes, I know that, actually. Maybe it's Maybelline. Unfortunately, I did try because China, when they were doing their handbag thing, which I've got a new one, um, for $100. And it's probably the last bag I'll buy unless some bourgeoisie channel labeled as Hello Kitty. Um, oh yes, and did I had mentioned once before that Elvis called me bougie? Um, I'd walked to my car but forgot something and went back to him and I heard him calling me bougie when I walked back. So yeah, he's always thought I was bougie. Whatever. However, if the Manti Temple has a special anointing called Seals and Croft. When you put it by like that Cobalt, maybe I'm not either. Okay. The Orleans Temple is still the one. Like a real estate broker selling divine timeshare. Your poltergeist prefers cover gold. Yes. So no, I tried Maybelline CoverGirl because there's like China was like, oh, they're the same. We get them from the same place. We just use slightly different ingredients. And it was like, yeah, maybe some of those ingredients aren't as good as you think they are. So, what did I get? I got like a blush and two eyeshadows, and they weren't very coverage, and they weirdly enough came off really fast. So it was like, okay, I'm gonna go for my mid range. My mid range is the ColourPop and the Stila. So I'm not doing the Chanel anymore because I lost 20 lipsticks when I moved from the Atmosphere. That's a lot of stupid cosmetic money. I'm the ringmaster. Yes, I am. Like someone pulling the trigger and saying that the bullet did it. Yes, exactly. So I think we're about to start getting into the things that are stupidly expensive because they know better. And this is a retractable wet eyeliner because now I do wet eyeliner exclusively. But if this doesn't work, it's going back. I'm not eating any more cosmetics. Um, because that's what women do. That's how they also sucker people into getting a lot of things is because women will just go, oh, well, I bought it, I used it. It's like, no, they'll take it back. So I actually got that with the idea that if it doesn't work, it's going. And then there's this eyeliner. This is an eyeliner, liquid eyeliner too. It's not some mascara. Back in the 80s, I had the electric blue mascara that I loved to wear because I have long eyelashes. I saw this one yesterday and had to get it because it's a purple sparkly. Yes, I am a makeup hoe. Can't help it. Sorry. I would have said Kirkland is the place, but that one, it back in the hands of Utah now. Oh, okay. So yeah, no, also this morning, um, Adam, because they were talking about channels and, that maybe we're slightly headed back into more of a happy place. And yeah, I watch Adam and Natalie, so what? That it doesn't always have to be heavy. This is, blah, 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 and da, da, da. Because he uses, and he's correct. He uses Joe Rogan. And it's weird, but it's the truth. Joe Rogan, yeah, he's a righty, but you know what? Most of his podcasts are not about just the writiness. It's a bunch of stuff. And it's like, since I have club brain fog, and if I'm not going to be at the org, or even if I am at the org, it doesn't have to be solidly an hour, which I eventually would love to get to two in these years, of talking about Scientology. And I've been pretty good about sharing it. Um, yes, Nebulous, they should sponsor me. They don't know what they are missing. Ah. um, and I know I haven't been always a Scientology talk about it all the time. And that's because it even gets me down after a while. So, and I put things in perspective yesterday because yesterday was a really smack upside the head. And it was like, I'm not going to be able to come on and try to be myself if I'm not feeling it. And then it was just like, I don't really want to talk about anything right now. So made it through yesterday, woke up today doing a lot better. Um, and just went, you know what? I'm going to just talk today because um, there isn't anything major that I noticed to be like subjecting talking about. And you guys have all been with me forever. So it's like Joe Rogan got dropped on his head. I have three legitimate, I don't remember what they're called, concussions. One was a baseball when I was 16. No, oh, I'm sorry, I got it backwards. One is when I was 13, I hit the corner of the old fashioned Formica dressers. And my dad and I were just like, you know, doing the usual. Him and I used to like, it was hilarious. My mom used to tease that my dad wanted a boy. And I hit my head and I just started spurting and he's like screaming for my mom. My mom's like, it's a head wound. They just look like that. Okay. It's not really. As I'm like, so my mom's trying to get me to calm down because that's why it spurts. I was 13. 16 was hit in the head with a line drive foul ball at an A's game. The guy wouldn't give me the baseball. And the third time was when I broke my passenger side window of a 67 Mustang with my head. So if you want to say, was it CTE? Okay. And we don't get to find out until I'm gone. So, or not enough. Yeah, maybe not enough. I think I'm going to start using that, not enough. I'm too legitimate to quiet mate. I mean, I know where you're coming from because he's from here. He was actually a bat boy for the A's. So I know who you're talking about, but next. Let's see. Oh, once in a great while, I get into this really weird mood. I usually don't use bases because they're a pain in the butt, and once you start using them, it's hard to go back. Like cosmetic bases, it's like it makes you look too kabuki. But I haven't found a decent mascara that is tubing. Yes, literally plastic tubes around your eyes. There was this one company that did it perfectly. Um, Kevin Aquan. He died 2 years into his makeup line. So one of the things that stick for the past 20 years has been his mascara, which literally you can take off at night. It's hilarious. But I haven't been seeing it lately, so somebody bought it. So who is this? Tarte started doing a tubing mascara. It doesn't suck. It's not horrible, but they have a primer for it. Probably easier to take it off your eyes at the end of the night. So now I've got a primer for it. So now I have no excuse not to wear it because this was probably $25. This is where they start getting you. Things like this. This was probably 25. This one was probably 15. That's why I said the smaller it is, the more expensive it is if you ask me at a cosmetic store. Joe Rogan is totally jacked and swole to his friend Eddie Bravo sees through the heliocentrists and their lies. Well, yeah, everybody thinks he's one of us. He's just grifting. Like, fucking A, Bubba. I just wish they wouldn't believe him. Oh, okay. Bye, Papa Cat. He's about to get in his plane. Or he's in his plane. He said he's sitting on um, he's sitting in his airplane. He's going to try to go to, internet um, when he, gets up in the air. But he also, because he's used to it, I don't think he's flying with a very expensive airline. When he went to go see his father every 6 weeks, I think it was like taking Southwest or something. So it's like, Not necessarily. They don't all have internet right now. And since Starlink is getting kicked in the you know what, they may not be having it. So you never know. And this is the one thing that drives me crazy. I know people put it on here so you don't use it, but it means that I have to find a scalpel, which is really good for cutting things. Oh, and this is the scary one. This is like a metal scalpel. I don't know what made me think to get this one. Um, to cut tape. So, see, I did it again. Damn it! It pokes through the edge. Ah, anybody an idea how to keep the scalpel from poking through plastic? Good, it's not bleeding, just hurt. It's like, great, I made something bleed when I have to go touch people's money. Heck. So, this one is cute. See her? This one was completely and utterly a goofy purchase. It's a Hello Kitty lip balm. And see, I don't even use ones in pots. I have to go find out if I have uh, lipstick. If I've been keeping up with my cleaning my lipstick brushes because they retract. If you don't keep them clean, they get really gross, and they're not cheap. So yeah, I'm one of those freaks who has to have like, well, not anymore because they don't really do it. Um, I have brushes from 20 years ago that are in perfect condition. Mac's first set of brushes, and they were, I want to say boar hair or something. There was some kind of hair, but as long as you kept them up, they stayed. Uh, I only get queasy C in my blood yet somehow able to suck it up when it comes to assisting. It's like me and the barf. No, actually, I can't take barf, but I can take anything else. Going through a door, having certain parts of your body be expelled. I can take all that just as long as you don't barf. So I'm the opposite. Fuzz says, no, I don't sleep in the street casket outside the blue building. It would be cool if there was a shattering vampire who haunted LRH Way. If I lived down there, it would be so easy since half my friends are truly nocturnal. We could be the overnight shift for real. So, and the cops would love us because we wouldn't cause any problems. We just exist. And that's also what I've learned from long, long days being up all night. People are more freaked out about people who just walk around than they are about people like protesting. So, and a cop can't tell you not to walk around somewhere because it's public. Let's see. I only fly Jolly Fats Weehawken. I wish I knew what that meant. Co-Bilf, I agree. Jolly Fats Weehawken sounds like an AI generated stride pianist. Yes. Oh, oh God, I'm recognizing AI voices more and more. Yesterday, I changed channel. It's like, no, I don't want them to become the voices. They suck at it. Um, Within the first 30 seconds, I'm like, ugh. And it was actually something I wanted to watch. So it's like, I'm not being amused by this crap, honestly. Are these, oh, stickers. I have stickers with my lip balm. And yes, I have gotten past the point where I keep keep the box. Don't keep the boxes. Do you know how many boxes you'd have if you kept the boxes? So yeah, my Hello Kitty collection will be worth something, just won't be worth the whole thing because the boxes will not be there. I'm not using my scalpel again. Okay. I've been able to handle scissors better than scalpels. Well, especially that scalpel. The plastic ones were fine, but because I've been handling scissors since I was probably 5, helping my mother uh, um, cut fabric, and that's with the fabric scissors. Those puppies are sharp. My fabric scissors are. It's the one thing. It's like you always tell. I always tell everybody, oh, they're back here. Um, Never use any of the scissors in my office until you ask me, because that was something hanging off. These cost $150. And the minute you use them on something else, they're history. So these are only used on fabric. So yeah, nobody's allowed to use any of the scissors because they don't know which ones might be which. So, uh, see, Nebulous, my college roommate, couldn't donate blood, but he became a successful doctor. My wife is Filipino and can't help her family bleeding, but not her, or can help your family bleeding, but not her or strangers. I can handle me or anyone. I'm one of those people that, because I have to always get tests now because of the type 2 and my age, I'm always the one going, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, yeah, right there, probably. And I guess we're still few and far between because people, the blood takers love it because I'm not like doing that. So it's just like, oh yeah, that's never bothered me. I've had them since I was little. So, sorry, new band, Thelonious Lemur. Nope, you missed on that one, Clark. I met a lemur once, softest little hands I ever felt, gorgeous little thing. We have lemurs in San Francisco. I think we have some in Oakland too. That's the zoo I grew up with, was Oakland. So, um, Clark, your wife's Filipino. That means you have a Filipino family. Are they here? Can you bring me lumpia? I'm such a lumpia ho. Today my word is ho. Um, I had good lumpia about 6 months ago when the third one of the triad made the BFF and the BFF. His dad died, and his family, they do like a potluck at the funeral. And she made 2 huge things of lumpia, and it was like, oh, I haven't had lumpia like that since I was a teenager. So, Oakland. So this is something new, and this was actually cheaper than the stuff I use now. So it's called Dime. All I'm thinking, oh wow, see how the light does that? All I'm thinking of is Dime bag. It's eye stuff. And yes, I wasn't paying attention to Carrie Ann because it was yesterday, and Shanghai Lupia. What's the difference? Is it the really skinny one? That's what they call it. Is it the super skinny one? Duke Lemur Center, it's the bomb. Ah. And that's from you, Papa Cat. You know I'm going to hit you if that doesn't exist. I use just one scissor and call it a Wren-handled. You're my she makes great Shanghai lumpia. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. You want me to do something. You can always even though I'll only eat 2 now because of the stupid Wegovy, and the way that I have to teach myself. Me and the lumpia. So, my brother is on dialysis due to receiving contaminated blood as a child. Sometimes life does seem strange. Yeah. Ah, definitely. My mother wanted to give blood her whole life, but she was so anemic, and I'm not joking. Her blood looked like Thousand Island dressing. So, it was her one thing. Dimebag Daryl Hannah. Shanghai are the combo version. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I love those too, I'm sure. I'm sure I've had them. Sure, probably just had them. Got them from a taco truck uh at the antique fair. And I think it's just because I can't eat well. They didn't suck. They weren't like spectacular. And I think the Wegovy messes with my taste buds. I really do. So it was nice to get it like done. But one of the biggest problems in South City, South San Francisco, was is that a lot of people were just like frozen, 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 frozen everywhere, and it was like, I miss homemade. You donate blood, just not yours. I believe it. My cousin, my ex-Marine cousin, can't stand him, but the one thing I gave him props for until he got cancer was that he gave blood constantly. So he had the plaque. There's this big plaque you get when you've donated like 20 gallons or something like that. And I think he did it because of my mom. So, but otherwise he was a complete jerk. Let's see. Something small. Oh, eyebrows. See, my eyebrows are finally thinning out. Actually, it's some gray. I never overplucked them as a kid, so that was cool. But they're thinning out though because I'm an adult or I'm old. So this is a little brow mascara because I use brow uh, powder and it's not in style. Have to give in occasionally. I was thinking about writing a song about tacos. Trouble is, every time I ever attempt it, it turns into a rap. Oh my God. I wonder, does this make a sound? It does. We're screwed, guys, because I'm going to use it a lot. Oh, weirdly enough, this was probably $15. See, the smaller it is. Um, Now I know what I'm having for dinner. My species doesn't utilize blood. I am more like a mist of spores. Are there popping YouTube channels of you? No, thank you to Nebulius. Now I'm going to have probably a was it honey ham wrapped in a tortilla. That is the easiest way for me to eat protein because I don't eat normally when Papa Cat's not here, but I have to do my one protein a day with the Wegovy or he'll, make me eat at midnight. Um, oh, that's okay. Okay, you can be late. You missed the whole. You need to rewatch though, because I'm going through what I bought at Ulta yesterday. Is this like a Zen cone or something? My college girlfriend would get rejected for donating, so she'd take iron and then take the bus downtown St. Louis to do the blood bank there. Oh my God. I wonder what that does. Oh my God. Did you know? Either just recently or they still haven't approved it yet that gay men still can't donate blood from AIDS 40 years ago, and they still haven't approved it. Or they just approved it. I can't remember which one it was. And I was just flabbergasted. I was like, what? I swear to God, people are so weird. Yes, it just keeps going and going. And this is the original eyeliner that I was using until it dried up. So this would technically be the replacement, and I hope it works. So it's a bigger brush than my old one. My kids have decided I require a fitness routine, so they made me exercise. Good. Yay. I am sore and tired, but I have a loudly purring soda in my lap. Oh, you hoe bag. It'll take about 3 weeks. I'm not going to lie to you. It'll take about 3 weeks for you to be sore. So at least you'll know instead of them going, oh, you'll be fine in 5 days. Bullshit. You'll be fine in 3 weeks. So it's just to keep reminding you. Nobody ever tells the truth on how long it'll take. They just go, oh, it'll take a week or two maybe, and you'll be fine. It's like, no, 3 weeks. Both times I've started from dead scratch, it has taken 3 weeks for my body to get used to it. So I was always too thin to donate blood, then too gay. Yeah, exactly. So I've never understood it after they have fixed the reason you couldn't donate. So, which was AIDS hysteria. Um, Ladies metabolize iron differently to men. There's a special iron supplement. Yes, Iron supplements. Because I'm borderline anemic. I'm borderline everything. Iron supplements. Do you know what iron supplements do? They make it hard to go number two. And then if you're someone like me, you cannot take Metamucil because then it makes you bleed. How's that for TMI? Yeah, you want to talk about hell on earth. My doctor has tried me a couple of times on uh iron supplements, and then she's just like, protein. My body is just way too weird. So, yeah, yeah, yep. It's like I don't want um um I can't think of the word now. See, my brain is left. I don't want goth poo. Thank you. So, cause nothing but pain. Oh, yeah, no, they stopped me up and give me goth poo. So, the original eyeliner, we'll see what it does to this eyeliner. If it doesn't, I'll take this eyeliner back because I would like different eyeliners, different colors, different points since I'm not using any of the pencil ones anymore. I use a pencil one for my waterline now, which is this part right here. It's called a waterline, and I use the bright pink ones for that. I can't take an iron supplement for that exact reason. Iron infusions might work for you. Oh, I didn't know. I'll bring it up with her. So, 'cause she's only been worried about my anemia, my diabetes popping up from nowhere after 25 years. She pretty much figured I'd be borderline forever, and so when it popped up, it scared her, and that's why the Wegovy. So let's see. Oh, this is actually a mid-range cosmetic company I found after it was recommended. It's called Morph. It's a really good mid-range. So I have individual palettes, and I realize they drive me nuts. So okay, we'll talk. So this is a um a palette, which I prefer. So those are eyeshadows. I'm going to try the pink one tonight. And like I said, Kay, you missed all the other ones. There's the Stitch palette from ColourPop. Uh, I can't take iron supplements for the exact reason I infusions, right? Okay. If you use eyeliner on my waterline, it's up on the corners of my eyes in less than 10 minutes. Yes, that's why they call it that waterline. Never use a liquid one, and the ones I use that are just slightly sparkly pink, slightly because you can't are the ones that you can't use on the outside of your eyes. That's how I started using. No, I take that back. Waterline. It was the classic Maybelline brow pencil that you lit and put in your on your eyes. I don't know how teenagers did that back then. So, but it would definitely dry on your waterline. You couldn't blink, walk around like this for a while waiting for it to dry. So, setting a damn pencil on fire so you could use it on your eyes. In such case, it's best practice to eat greens. Don't use a neodymium magnet on cereal. No, greens do the same thing to me. I don't drink enough water. Never have. Friends called me a camel when I was in high school because it was like the joke was, "Is I afraid to pee anywhere?" And it was like, no, I just don't drink water. When I got old enough not to have to pee anywhere, that was great. You got an eyeliner palette. That's so cool. Ah, no, this is an eyeshadow palette. This is Love Bites eyeshadow palette. So, Morph just does that really super. This one's probably slightly liquid, and they're slightly, or their liquid ones are actually good too, supposedly. I just haven't used one yet. See, I did it fine the first time. Now I can't do it again. Now I'm paying too much attention to it, or I'm trying to open it wrong. I don't know. This is what it looks like. So, yes, so far I should become a Sponsor for Morph Hemps. You missed this one, KA. It sparkles! And it's not totally obtrusive sparkling. It's like if you know it sparkles, you can sit there and stare at your hand like I did yesterday. Um, did you just say you got the Lilo and Stitch palette? Yes, ColourPop, which is a mid-range. It doesn't suck. Um, uh, Makeup. I guess MAC and Chanel and oh God, L'Oreal, not L'Oreal, Dior, and all those people taught you that even though you spent $50 on a mascara, you're still going to have to replace it when it dries out in about 6 months. So people have finally gotten smart. So Lilo and Stitch palette, which is ColourPop, which is pretty good for eyeshadow. So, and of course I had to because I can't watch this one either, even though the brother and I agreed we're not going to watch the live action one because the animated one makes me cry from about 5 minutes in. So maybe I'm born with it. Maybe it's Bill Felina. Oh my God. I miss wearing eyeliner. It's not manageable outside of a nightclub. But JD Vance wears it. Seriously, find one the color of your eyelashes and just do it really, really lightly right up below your, almost on your waterline, and you'll be able to pull it off. It'll just look like you have more eyelashes. Come on, dude. I live here. So, but remember, JD Vance wears a lot of way too much eyeliner. He's way too into the smoky eye. And yes, he really does wear makeup. It's not a joke. He really does wear eyeliner. Um, Positive colors, positive thoughts. Yes, positive words, positive actions, positive destiny. That's what's positive, eh? Yep. Got to think like that. They called Hugh Hefner a camel because he was always ready to hump. And I read it. Oh my God. And you know your autocorrect said TWO. And my volume is way too high. I'm now going to tick everybody off by turning down my volume. Did that help any? Almost. Yep, now y'all are going to have to turn. No, not really. Okay, I'll just leave it. I got a lot of ColourPop. They're good, nice prices. Yeah, that's why I said mid-range. They're really good. And considering that nowadays everybody is so short-lived on what eyeshadow they like, and it's also this is where the girl comes in because, or the girl makeup person, is that eyeshadow is sort of becoming like leggings. Leggings are out of style, but nobody cares anymore. So you can still wear them. Well, you know what? The super sparkly eyeshadow is not in style anymore, but nobody cares. So it's like nobody cares anymore. It's seriously becoming more of a be yourself sort of thing instead of following style trends, especially the Z's. The Z's can give a rat's butt about what's in right now. So I sort of like it. Um, I'm going to see Lilo and Stitch on Tuesday with my client. It's supposed to be live action, right? We both were like, nope, because me and the brother are totally Stitch people. I have a huge Stitch that I stole from him because he was moving and I knew he wasn't going to take care of it. So I used to think JD was a base Templar warrior, but then I realized he wore eyeliner and couldn't even convert his own wife to the one true faith. The Pope can't stand him. So, and yeah, I actually thought people were teasing because my mother had those eyelashes that looked like she wore eyeliner and they were black. So I always, because she was bottle blonde, pulled it off. But so I thought that JD was suffering from the same problem. My mom's eyelashes were so thick that one time somebody told her, you need to take your eyeliner off. She's like, I'm not wearing any. So I thought he suffered from the same thing. And then one day I saw it thick and clumpy or thick and fading on the bottom. And I went, dude really wears eyeliner. I can't freaking believe it. And keeps wearing it. It's like you've been called out a million times. He didn't wear it once, I think last week or the week before. And yeah, it made his face blank. But you know what? He wasn't wearing it anymore. So when he put it on the next day and it was very smoky, it's like you should have either kept it off or never took it off, dude. So it's like our president and vice president wear more makeup on a normal basis than I do. He should shut the F up about anything that's alternative in a life. He really should. Both of them should. So, right, camels have two humps. Usha Vance is just another mega girls. Usha Vance, I don't know who that is. It sounds familiar, but I've been so taken in so many different directions, and I haven't been paying attention to the balloon this week. I have to start again. I was more concerned with Papa Cat and seeing the dad without him for lunch and the brother making it. Uh oh, that's his wife. For some reason, I didn't know her name was Usha. For some weird reason, I thought she had like a American last name or first name. So I know she's Indian, and I didn't know she was Catholic either. So it doesn't make sense. But I wanted to be a Templar, though it's problematic talking to the head. Hmm. Diamond Brothers just dropped some fire. Diamond Brothers? Who are the Diamond Brothers? I have a cousin who has worn turquoise eyeshadow since the 70s. I have to admire that level of flexibility. My aunt was like that for the longest time. It was so funny because she was a child of the 70s. She had curly hair. She wore halters. She was gracing on the planet. Boy, did she wear turquoise eyeshadow for a long time. When she stopped wearing it, I was like, because especially if you're a niece or a nephew, the first thing you want to freaking say is, "Oh my God." But I was in my 30s at that point, and I thought that would just be mean. So I didn't say anything and let her brothers tease her and not, I tell the children, leave her alone. So, yep, the live action one in 3D, no less, and with the fancy chairs that move in concert with the movie. Ugh. I can't do 3D. Colorblind can't do 3D. So the brain doesn't, the brain won't acknowledge it. So that's one of those things. I've never seen, or actually, I've seen one 3D movie for about 10 minutes. And then when I couldn't figure out why everybody else was reacting in a different way, I was watched the rest or existed for the rest of the movie, saw my doctor soon after that and said, "Why can't I do 3D?" And she's like, "You're colorblind." And I'm like, "Thank you." So I only trust Phoeniites. Dude, you have me, and I'm using that word. I'm watching too many cop videos. Sorry. Phoenites. I gotta stop because I hate that word. Oh wow, I spelled it wrong. It didn't even show up. Feeny. Ah, that's why I spelled wrong. Nope. Wow. Ooh, that's some interesting poo-poo there. I use Firefox, so it went to my Firefox people. So that's when you knew it's hard to find. Feeneyism, also known as the Boston Heresy, is a Christian doctrine associated with the Jesuit priest Leonard Feeney. Of course, it'd be a Jesuit. Stuck up little buttheads. I'm into the Shirley Feeney Heights myself. Switching to my phone where I will not chat from. I need to go feed the parlor kitty. The parkour kitty. Okay. Nice to see you, Scooter Mom. Welcome to the just God knows what chat today. Still have more. And this one, I'm wondering because I still have 3 of my very expensive face creams to go through. It's like, this is one I got that was very well priced. It's a broad spectrum face cream. And I'm just wondering, should I or shouldn't I? That one I'm on the, so out of it all, that's the only one I'm really on the line about. And this one, if it doesn't work, I'll take it back. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, only that was a very expensive haul. Can you believe what women have to go through, guys? And of course, tattoo makeup does not work. It does fade, and you have to get a good one. And if you find one that's good, it's going to cost a lot of money. And if you do things like tattoo your eyebrows, you lose the hair there eventually because it's age, because usually you get your eyebrows done when you're 30. So it's like they still have, even the mid price things, they still have us by the throat. So Francis was a Jesuit. Yeah, I know, but it didn't make any sense because Jesuits are usually little scholastic snobs who keep their money. You know, it's like Jesuits, that's why they always, you can always tell a Jesuit because he's in a really well tailored priest suit and he acts like a snob. That's why Francis didn't make any sense because he was a Jesuit. I was always wondering about that. So I can't think that maybe they have changed. I still see well-tailored priests running around, know they're Jesuits. So, chat, it's okay to talk about Scooter Mom. Fuzz, you're such a beast. Fuzz, you need to text me. I restarted the phone again yesterday. The world doesn't like Fuzz on my text for some reason. And I even said in front of my brother that I might have to get a new phone. And he's the one who paid full price for that puppy. And he's like, but it's not that old. I'm like, it's 2 years old, dear. So I'm trying to keep this phone. I love this phone. So we got to figure out why Fuzzy's text doesn't come through. So you and I should spend some time doing that sometime in the upcoming week. So Jesuit order in 2025 full of felt banners and boomer acoustic guitars. I am Inigo Lopez. You change my faith. Prepare to convert. Oh my God. Do you know how long oh my God. Somebody still will say it. And Papa Cat was the one who hadn't seen the movie. He's seen it with me finally, and he wasn't impressed. Go figure. You had to see it when you were in your 20s. Um, Hi, Doph. How are you? We were just about to leave because I realized I'm at an hour and a half. I showed a bunch of makeup. It was goofy. Zapping heretics with his Ed Phaser. Adam Carmona. Yep. What kind of phone do you have? No, I am not going to the dark side until I absolutely have to. Even the brother offered me a new Apple, I guess because he got a newer one or something. And I'm like, no, I refuse to go to the dark side, you guys. Not until I absolutely have to, which is when Papa Cat retires and we have to start producing, then we'll have to go to the dark side for real. But until then, no, no. My family has tried now for years. My dad even gave me a MacBook. I didn't use it for 2 years and wound up giving it to the godchild. So, I say so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of you. Hello, post-human podcast. Do we know this person? The Club Brain Fog is real. I have brain fog diagnosed. I'm sorry. So if I don't remember you. I got a new phone today. My battery was spiraling. Took 45 minutes to transfer my data. Ooh, yeah. Then you have to figure out what the hell starts up when you start it. My new Android update now starts 31 applications. Now I'm going to have to go through each individually one of them and take them out. I hate that. Anybody want a peanut? Excuse me? I know the dark side has its sincere benefits. Remember, it started here. I just refuse. I'm one of the few androids left in my group. And we all act the same. We all act like crazy people going to Everest. Welcome to the Post-Human Podcast. That sounds funny, actually. The great name. Yes, the mods will say hi. They're very sweet people. So I love my mods. I talk about my mods a lot, how they and my chat. I consider my chat therapy. So I love my chat too. So we are very compassionate on this channel and do not say nasty things to each other. Period. End of sentence. I'm not into it. Thank you. I've only just tuned in. Love the decor. Yes, I have a problem. And the brother brought me Pyrex. That brought me Hello Kitty Pyrex. He was like, I think of you all the time. Every time I see that chick, I still can't stand her, but I think of her. And it's like, you're the reason. Well, these days, if you come back post-human, I'll tell you how I wound up being a Hello Kitty freak at 35. So, so yes, Dove. Wait, Papa Cat got it on the plane. He's on the plane home. He just signed off a little while ago to say that he was on the plane. He texted me. And I don't know where the supermodel is. Otherwise, she's been circling till about 20 minutes ago. And I guess she was like, your hour's up. And then she left. So, because Papa Cat hasn't seen her either. We haven't been doing Messenger. So, we've been watching Everest videos lately. So have I. Oh, wow. They're so cool. Been watching um, oh God, who is it? He's not at Everest, but he's been doing the Everest thing every day. I just haven't seen the past couple of days. Um, yeah, and people are saying 2025 is pretty much going to be the real last year because next year they're expecting the Sherpa generation to go FU and the kids aren't doing it. So, but there were 500 people on Everest this year. That's way too much. So, because China's also been approving them. So, I don't blame them after all this time, unfortunately. So, and if you didn't believe in global warming, look at Everest. So, FaceTime, it's so easy, and Google Meet just started changing the meetings longer than an hour. I know I was thinking about maybe doing FaceTime with the mods once a week now. So, since I've been catching people that do that, like, I'm really not a cold and human person. I'm the opposite. I think I'm trampling all over people all the time. The Post-Human Podcast, let's check out New Friends channel. Thank you, Fuzz, for putting it. Fuzz always does my links. So that is what we do too. It's where you see a person who genuinely fits the background, looks great live. The voice got a new sub. Thank you. Thank you, Post-Human. Yes, we are a Scientology site or anti-Scientology site. I just mix it in with things and you can always, oh God, I need to start maybe labeling these things about why I do that, why I do kitty, why my mods have animals with teeth, because I'm a goth girl. This is Cricket. This is Dawn. The first one was Carrie Ann because she needed to be a unicorn with teeth. It just fit. And then the ode to Natalie. Weirdly enough, the goth people, goth club I'm in, their mascot is a squirrel, so I have a ton of squirrel things. So found this at one of my goth conventions. So Natalie. And then when I found a volcano at Target before we boycotted Target, this is Aaron. Because he looks like a Florida flying dragon. So I'm thinking also that this should just be Dusty, the other dragon. So That's the fast welcome, and now I'm going to go because I've been on longer than an hour. I usually just do an hour, but I was showing my uh, makeup haul. Don't ask. Sorry or love, sorry eating. Okay. What is the necklace I'm wearing? Oh, that's my Tiffany titanium heart on the short. It's the shortest necklace I have, so I try to wear it when I'm wearing things that are like this. So since I have a Tiffany addiction, well, not anymore because they're crap, but they used to be really great and the whole heart thing I was into. So that's what the heart necklace is. Um, Let me see. Where am I? You guys lost me now. Uh, okay. Adam K. I have a hardcore crush on Donald Hollinger. Okay, you two. It's late. You need Apple for FaceTime, not changing, charging. Messenger, Facebook Messenger does it. So, neener, neener. You don't have to pay for that. I'm Tiny Scientology Pro Makeup, Elder Ailments, and Poop. Papa Cat is my husband, just in case you're wondering. Dusty will love that. Yes, I know. Having him, because for some reason my brain keeps saying that. Oh, and Fuzz, who is my number one moderator, every moose you see belongs to her because she loves moose. So the original Fuzz, I guess, is in the car and goes with me everywhere. But every moose you see in the background is Fuzz. So, um, oh my God, I'm having to go back up. Cricket is bad at checking the scooter mods chat. Fuzzy doesn't do homework. I'm telling tales out of school. Cricket is also Scooter Mom's mod. So Scientology, that's cool. Thank you. Anti-Scientology pro makeup. Yep, Dusty will love that. Yes, a lot of people did. The whole show is a little uncanny valley-ish. Yes, I was a valley girl in the 80s, so I am very valley. That dragon does remind me of Dusty. I know it does. That's the thing. It reminds me of Dusty too. Dusty Soda Dispenser, he's in Florida, does anti-Scientology and tie-dye. And he does a great tie-dye. I want one of his tie-dye shirts, and I hate tie-dye. Hated it. I grew up in San Francisco. Ah, I was just kidding about talking about you. Ooh, Fuzz got caught. Notifications on. Thank you. Usually it's 3 o'clock every day. Smash the like button. Yes, please. Scooter, I haven't checked the chat because it required downloading another app and my phone wasn't maxed out. Ah, so thanks for joining. Cricket, you need to get a cloud, like Google Cloud or whatever cloud, and put your videos on there as a backup. Because what happens if you lose your phone? Um, I'll support. I suppose I accept that. Yes, thanks for joining. This is also the mod's way of saying go away to me. Thanks for joining us today. Soon there'll be little Transamerica pyramids up. Adios, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen. Yes. Have a great day, everyone. See my mods. Good to see you all. This is like stop lingering. Thanks for joining us today, y'all. Hugs and hugs. Good to see you, Cricket. See? Wonderful. And a beautiful days plus moments ahead, you all. Have a great evening. Phil Donahue turned into the real DH. Now that's out of left field. I remember that time Scooter was a good chat. I'm back at the computer, Fuzzy. They all, it's a roaming group of people too, so we all sort of talk amongst ourselves in different chats. Back with vengeance. Papa Cat's on a plane. UK based. What's that work out to? 8 hours ahead of us. So that'd be 11 o'clock your time. Lol Fuzz. And Adam usually really does the ending with Brain Frog. Postrum and PCAT, I believe you're an 8 hour ahead from the West Coast. Yes, I'm on the West Coast. I'm in California. I'm in San Francisco. So, okay, guys, really going to go this time. So, love you all. You know what you need to do: like, sub, join, and then use the rest of the money for those damn tariff bull crap. I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and Papa Cat will be here. So, ciao, Bellas.